I'm going to share with you how to clean and re-oil, maintain, lubricate, make those Tyco MU-2 motors work again. You know the ones I'm talking about? The ones that's got the rivet in it, and you can't take it apart and get into it. That one, yes. I'm going to show you guys how to clean those inside and out and get them running again in just matters of minutes. It just takes almost no time at all. I'm Ron with Classic Model Trains. I didn't come up with this idea. Some of the old boys that comment on my videos talked about this little technique. I'm going to show you here in the video. Super easy. Follow along, show you how I did it. Now, out of all these up on the wall, a lot of them have MU-2s in them. Actually, the majority of them are kind of a red box. Spare torque, spare torque, spare torque, spare torque. Oh, now we're getting into the MU-2s. I think I'll go with this one right down here to do a little work on. That's my 1963 to 65 Reading lines. GP20. Ew, ew. Yeah. See, you can tell that it's got an MU-2 because of the way this truck is. It's got them little humps underneath right down there. Holy moly, I gotta tell you, this thing is absolutely filthy. It's nice that it's got its hand railings on it. And it's nice that it's got all of its parts on it. But goodness, look at this. Jesus mercy. It does have a brass bell. I don't know if they did they do that in the old days? Oh, our couplers work? Sure. Yeah, this is a good day so far. Good day so far. We should see if it runs. Oh no. It's pulling voltage. Oh, light comes on. He's just picking up power. This is a good candidate for my project. Yes. I want to take this all apart because I want to wash the body, and of course, I don't want to get into all that on it. Get this weight out of the way right here. Rear truck, it does all the pickups. This is one of them that you don't have to unscrew it. Actually, both of these are, yeah. Sometimes you got to get a small Phillips and you got to come down into this little hole right here and you have to unscrew stuff. But this one here, as oddly as it is, it's put in like kind of like the power torques. There's a notch right there, a little tab and a slot. So you get up in between the frame, spread that out, yeah, and there's that guy right there. Yeah, there's even a little tiny screw holding the headlight in. I can't believe it. Instead of being pushed onto a little plastic tab there that always seems to break whenever you try to take it off. Can you see that? See that screw right down? See, he's right there. Yeah, we'll take him out. Yeah, holy moly. That's a loser. I mean, but I'm going to maybe hopefully end up losing it. I hope not. Rear truck's gonna come out the same way, and there's a tab. Oh look, it's got a windshield in it. A dirty one too. It's got a tab on the side. It's got a tab over here, and it's also got a tab in the back. So we'll take these two out. And then you pull it out and you work on getting a coupler out. I can't believe these couplers are not broken. That never happens to me. Now the body's ready to go into the sink with some toothbrush and some Dawn dish soap and clean that thing up and get her dried. Oofda. Nice looking body though. Golly. GP20. This though, what do we got going on here? Looks like this headlight wire, it's got a small screw right here that we can unscrew it from. Just gonna put the screw right back in. We're gonna take this truck off right here. So I want to get to this electrical connection, you see. Remember which way this comes off. The single pin goes towards the coupler. These little buggers, you can't get into them because the engineers hate us. You know, you got to drill these rivets out. There's different types of MU-2s where they mount up, but this particular one, there is not much a guy can do. And what I'm going to do, this stuff here, it's called delicate jewelry cleaner. Some guys have sent this to me, an idea. Said, hey, back in the old days, we used to do this with our slot cars. Soak it in this stuff. The whole thing, it's gonna go in there. It's got a tray, which I don't need. But what I'm gonna do is we're gonna soak this. And I'm hoping that it's gonna take all the grease and the scoob and the grime and stuff that's in there out. What should we soak it for? It is 11 after 4. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes. I'm gonna hook some power up to it and see if it'll turn, if this is the magic. And if I do this right, hopefully this stuff's not explosive. That'd be kind of disappointing. Put a little juice to it. Oh, I can hear it. Oh, heard it vibrate. I can actually see it vibrating. Would you look at that? And I understand that they will run. I think, do they run underwater? That's what them old boys told me. Find out here. And this is supposed to clean all the grease and scoob out of them gears. Can't get in there, but we can sure do this. Is it good for it? I don't know, but sure. Easy to clean. Soak in cleanser for 2 minutes. Rinse jewelry carefully. Blot dry. Oh, well, I guess I better take this to the sink now. And then we got to make sure it's really dry so it doesn't rust. What is that nectar of the gods, you say? It's this stuff right here. I got Walmart. Go to the jewelry section. Tell them that you need some jewelry cleaner. It looks like this. And take it home. I think it was like $7. It wasn't hardly that much at all. Definitely worth it. Yeah. Later on in its production, the MU-2, they ended up making it plastic. You can see that this is, it's the same. Here's the one. This is drying right now. It's a little wet. You know, it's an MU-2. It's just got a different mounting to it, and you can see that it's got the divots on there. But you can open it up. Instead of those giant rivets that a guy can never get out, this is more around the 69 to 72 kind of time period. A lot of the F units had these in them. It's because the guy wants to lubricate. Damn it! I hate it when I do that. Good thing you can glue them back on. So this is what you see underneath of an MU-2 if you could take it apart. So this is working as a pickup. You can see the electrical wire right here, and it goes up into, over here somewhere. Where are we going to lube this at? Well, we can lube the axles, get in right here and here. I was hoping that maybe these might be a lube spot. Put it over this way. This one's right on top of the brushes. Sure, we want to lube this end over here, Take this apart. You can see that the armature bushings are up in here. That's what I'd like to lube up. But you can't take these ones apart. Now, of course, you can get some oil in the gears right in here. We're not gonna be able to grease this one very much, but we can certainly give it some oil. So we're gonna lube it here, give one over here, give one over here. And then you can sort of get into the gears up in this area and up over here. The brushes, you can see, are on this end of the armature. Here's the brush holders. So we certainly don't want to put any oil down this hole. But as you can see from this, if a guy was to come down, you might be able to reach that end of the motor right in there, give it a little taste. Maybe give these gears just a little bit more right in here, roll it around. Can I take this fiberglass pencil and polish these at the same time? Look at that torque. Just off the chart, isn't it? I gotta tell you, fellas, looks like it worked to me. Some traction tires over here from 63. Best I can tell, that's about all a guy could service these things. This body came out amazing. Still drying a little bit. But I did notice that it had gotten right here sometime. Somebody used some really poor glue on it because the glue's failing. Maybe when I started washing it, it wasn't a CA glue, that's for sure. So I'm gonna spend a little time with the CA glue and a toothpick. I'm gonna get some glue in here and try to fix this. It had one header. It took a header somewhere. We gotta fix that up. Yep. Guys always wonder what happens when I don't put this in. So we gotta put it in. This week's Classic Model Trains classic model. Do you know who this is? Type it in the comments down below if you do. If you don't, wait till the end. Watch the whole video. Hang out with me for just a little bit. And at the very end, it'll be spelled out on the bottom of the page. I promise you. We won't leave you hanging. Well, we got all our little parts all whooped into shape here. I did clean the front wheels. I use this little piece here. This is a cleaning pad from a Woodland Scenics Tyco track. And you just rub it and you twist the wheels with your thumb and you rub it, you twist the wheels and you get them to be shiny like that. These ones actually came out quite nice, just spinning them with the motor and using the fiberglass pencil. I cleaned up the bulb holder up here with the fiberglass pencil inside there. Cleaned up the bulb because it had some corrosion on it. Cleaned up everything you can. This is good, I guess not going to be see-through very much anymore. Wash and scrub, wash and scrub. Time to get her put back together. Front step. I've been staring at this thing for 6 months now and I never noticed that it was missing this down there. Then I put a little bit of glue at the top of these stanchions so they quit rolling around and straighten them up because, you know, every time you go to pick these up or somebody picks them up, they always grab them by the rails and squeeze, and after time your rails get all buggered up. We shall put this all back together now. A coupler went towards the back. Clean this up because that's where we're going to be getting some of our juice from. Little screw, little washer. I'd already cleaned up this brass pickup. Get him in there. Does it still pivot? Not really. Yep, it does. Snug her up. Yep. This truck's almost complete. We got the windshield translucent. Yeah. This is probably going to make me want to lose my mind, I'm sure. Maybe that little pin is a good idea. This is, you know, got to go in there and on top of that and everything. And then this has got to be screwed in there at the same time. Oh my God. I think I'm going to lose my mind. When you go to put that screw in right down there, because you got this wire coming from the back truck, you know, that provides juice from one side of the track. And this bulb holder's flopping in the wind, and this is flopping in the wind. I found it easier to put the truck in the back just to get this cable a little more sturdier. But when you go to do this, I think it's best to wait until your 14-year-old is escorted home by the police and you're nice and mad, or the factory just gave you your pink slip today, and then go ahead and do this. Because all of those are going to give you about the exact same mental stability as just doing it on your own. What an absolute nightmare. I had a needle nose in over here and a needle nose in over here, and then I needed almost another hand to screw the, geez. So yeah, some things they make and it's really a good idea, and some things is like, well, I'm pretty glad they updated that. I'm gonna get this light bulb light in, which goes up here on top of this screw. Turn it like this. So when you tighten up the screw, put the candy cane in so that the screw will pull the wire into the head. Comes out on this side of the screw, righty-tighty. When you crank it in, pulls the wire in. Yeah. So that's all in. Let's get this front truck in. It's got a lot of wire here now. Goodness. Put it in the back. Yes. Oh. One side's right there. Get this body shell pried open a little bit. Is this the right one? Yes. 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 Clip, clip. Rear truck's clipped in. Windshield is in place. Fuel tank's on the weight. Drop the weight into the body. Get these screws in. There we go. Now, if these things are stripped out a little bit, you know, you put them in, they just keep turning and turning and turning. Just dribble a little bit of, just a tiny bit of CA down in that slot. Maybe put it in with a toothpick, rattle it around a little bit, then let it set up. And then you can screw the screws in and it'll end up holding. It'll do a lot better job. I think I neglected to oil up these back loco axles. Knock that out right now. Yep, 4 spots. That was like the fastest repair I've ever done. I learned how to say retting. Yeah, so many guys get so mad at me because I kept calling it, you know, reading, because that's what the word looks like, but retting. This retting Tyco Mantua GP20 is available from 63 to 65. Now, digging around on HO Seeker, looking at all their catalogs, I seen it was only in a set in 1963. I couldn't find it in any other sets for 64 and 65. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this one might be just a little bit rare. But we're all done with the fixing it up kind of stuff. Let's throw it on the track and see what it looks like running around. Oh, sure. Oh, not a creeper. Not a creeper. Dang it. I think we'll give it a load. Let's give it something to pull. Let's give it something to do. We'll hook it up to some of these old classic Tycos here. Oh, yeah, sure. I don't have a Redding caboose. I'm a little sad to say, but I'm quite proud of it. I drug these old Tyco cars out from a dusty old closet. They haven't even tuned up the trucks on them or anything. They are kind of tight. That is what Redbox MU-2 sounds like right there. Well, here you go, little buddy. Back into your little space right there until the end of time, I guess. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.